Well, we got a full house here because the Sanderson Ford Guardians Games is a great way for the community to come together to support Special Olympics Arizona. And we've brought together some of the people who have made it possible to tell you how you can be a part of it. We have Lieutenant Waite here. We have Dave from Sanderson Ford. Luis Gonzalez from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Make sure I say it right. Evan here is one of the Special Olympic athletes, and his dad Mark here. And I got to tell you, this is a great way for the community to come together, support athletes like Evan, but also to kind of say, David, thank you for what the Special Olympics does for our community and what we do come together. And that's what it's all about, isn't it?
That's exactly what it's all about. You know, there's 21,000 Special Olympics athletes in the state, and all the proceeds from Guardian Games goes to that, the support. And you know, we had COVID and they didn't do it for 2 years, and it was just like it was life-changing because they didn't have the interaction with each other.
Yeah.
But to be able to come to Guardian Games and interact with law enforcement and the community and the Special Olympians is amazing.
Yeah, it's so incredible. And you said about our law enforcement, and that's where Lieutenant Waite and his team comes in, because this wouldn't be possible without your, of course, wonderful police community coming together to be a part of this. And you guys are pretty happy to do this, aren't you?
Oh, we're ecstatic. Law enforcement has always held Special Olympics close to our heart. And kind of selfishly, it's one of those times where we get to be around the athletes and they give us big hugs and we're like rock stars to them, which isn't general in our line of work. So the opportunity we have to spend time with them and to really feed off their energy, they show courage every day, and it really gives us that motivation to go out there and have courage ourselves. So any chance we have to be around them, that's a win.
Yeah, and what I love too is that it's not just the Glendale community, it's also the Peoria community, the Scottsdale. I mean, police officers from all over, to the point where they actually have to tell the officers, I'm sorry, you know, you need to be working instead of being here, which is great because it all starts with this torch lighting, which is a big part of the Special Olympics.
Yes, absolutely. So when we open for the Summer Games and we do the torch lighting, it's our chance to stand with these athletes. And you're right. I've gotten selfish and I've gotten to the point where we run one of the events during the Guardian Games, and it's great. So that way I get to be there every year. They can't kick me out. So I get to spend time with these athletes, and the torch lighting, it really is, if you haven't been a part of it, come out and watch it and see these athletes in their moment.
Yeah, and that's where we turn to Gonzo, who is an amazing athlete, even at this age. Sorry, did I bring that up? I'm sorry, Gonzo. I'll stop. I mean, we go back a long way. I mean, a long way. Yeah. I mean, we go back way back, like a long time. So, Gonzo, no, this is great because you know how important it is to the community, to families, to be able to see their athletes interact with other athletes and with the police officers, with the community, and with other athletes out there.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's great to have all the sports communities come together and then have law enforcement out there, Sanderson Ford. It's fun. And the athletes are the true champions that day, and they get to go out there and celebrate and be a part of a great festival celebration that we have out there. And just to see all the volunteers and everybody get involved, that's what it's all about giving back in the community, and I enjoy being a part of it.
Yeah, it's even where, you know, we talk about, again, people literally are arguing, fighting to be a part of this, even where you've actually said, no, guys, you don't want to come to this, you won't like it, because they know when they get there, they're stuck, and that's what happens to a lot of the professional athletes come like you. You pretty much get there and you see all this activity, and you're part of it.
Yeah, and like what Lieutenant Waite said, it's about impacting these athletes' lives and being a part of it, and just seeing the joy on their faces is what it's all about for us.
Yeah, and that comes down to Mark here and Evan. This is dear to your heart and dear to Evan, and the reason why, Mark, is that you guys said, you know what, everybody does a golf tournament, everybody does a dinner, but no one actually gets the athletes involved in the fundraising, and that's how this really came about, isn't it?
Yeah, we literally talked about doing a golf tournament, and we set that aside, and then so we said, how can we bring everybody together and bring them, and our partners at Westgate have been generous enough to allow us to we have the run of the whole place. And then law enforcement has their event, the Diamondbacks has their event, the Suns are out there. I mean, everybody is out there, and it's just great. And the whole name, the Guardian Games, came about from the law enforcement torch run. So we're the Guardians of the Flame, and that's where the Guardian Games came from, and that was the idea that we came up with.
Yeah, and we have our good time out there. We have our Family Feud game out there,
Yes,
so there's
you
great
do.
ways for everybody to participate. But the big part is meeting the athletes.
Yes.
And again, Evan here, who is an amazing golfer.
He loves to golf.
but also loves other sports too. What's your other favorite sport, Evan?
This is mainly the favorite sport like baseball and golf and basketball.
Oh, that's it right
Yeah,
there. So
he
those
likes
are
all of
awesome.
them.
Basketball and golf and everything. Mark, as a family who has one of these athletes, it's very great because you have that support, and you want to let other families know who might just be going through this beginnings of
Right.
progress of having someone with special needs, is that this is where you come together and find hope and help together.
Exactly, and the idea, well, the reason we put it in such a large venue is that we want spectators to come as well as the athletes. So bring your kids, bring your families out, and every dollar, every penny will go to Special Olympics Arizona to support the programs that they have out there. And it's much more than just sports when you look at what Special Olympics does.
Yeah, it's amazing. And of course, we want you all to get involved. It's April 7th at Westgate. It's a fun time for everybody. And it's very easy to do. All you have to do is go to the Sanderson GuardianGames.com to find out more information, how you can get a team together, how you can come support, or just come out and watch and clap these athletes on as they go through the different little fun games they do. And of course, you can find more information on aztv.com. So thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you.
Thanks.
So,
All right.
perfect.